everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea, and today I am here for the best tag ever. This is the Avatar: The Last Airbender tag, and it was created by Hannah over at A Clockwork Reader, who is amazing, mainly because she made this tag. I will leave her channel linked down below, along with all the questions that if you feel the need to answer, they will be linked down there. In case you guys have been living under a rock for the past like 20 years or something, I don't know how long Avatar's been out. It's been a long time though. Avatar is an animated show about a world where all the different nations are divided between the elements, and the people in those nations can bend those elements like fire, water, earth, air. And it's amazing. It's amazing. That's it. So we have the 4 categories broken down by element, and there are 3 questions in each of those categories pertaining to a book or a character in a book. So here we go. I'm just gonna get into it. Our first nation is water, and the first question is Sokka and Katara, the best sibling relationship. And for this, I actually have to go with a series that I personally just read. I know it's been out for a while, but I really like the Song Sisters relationship in Jenny Han's To All the Boys I've Loved Before duology, apparently soon to be a trilogy. Did you guys know that? It's coming out with a 3rd one. I just feel like they have the most realistic family dynamics as far as really healthy family relationships go. I just really like how all the sisters get along. I think they're all very individualized, but they all just work well together. So that's it. Number 2 is Yue, Star-Crossed Lovers. And this is not necessarily a book, even though there are books out about it, but I'm gonna go with the classic Buffy and Angel. You can't get more star-crossed than they can, and yes, there are books. I have many Buffy books, but they will always be my go-to star-crossed lovers. Number 3, Bloodbending, a book with a disturbing or unsettling concept. And for this one, I decided to go with Room by Emma Donoghue. That book skeeved me out way more than I think it should have. But it's just about a mother and her 5-year-old son who were captured and pretty much shut in like a shed to live by a creepy guy who is... It's just all around bad. That book just skeeved me out, so that's my answer for that one. Moving on to the Earth Nation. Question number 4 is Toph, a character whose strength surprised you or the characters in the book. I'm gonna go with Kat from the Lux series and how she just decided to start kicking ass. I vividly remember the scene on the highway. I'm not gonna spoil anything, I'm not gonna go into detail. Just, if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. The scene on the highway, like the big fight scene or whatever, she had it, and she was gonna show everybody what she was made of. I just really liked that scene, and that just stuck out to me as far as a character who, out of nowhere, grew some balls. It was awesome. Question 5. The Tales of Ba Sing Se, a collection of short stories or poetry. My favorite collection of short stories as of right now is Stars Above, the novellas and short stories of the Lunar Chronicles. That may just be because I just finished reading it, but it was just so satisfying to go back into the Lunar Chronicles world and just kind of see the backstories that you always wanted to see but never got in the series, and see a little taste of what the future holds for them. I just really enjoyed that whole collection of stories in general. Question 6, the Kioshi Warriors, the best warrior character. This was actually surprisingly hard for me to come up with my favorite. The one that just kept coming back to my mind is Elias or Elias. I don't know how you guys say it. I always said Elias in my head. That's just how it was. But from An Ember in the Ashes, he kicked ass, and he was pretty tough. And I mean, he spent like his entire life training to be like a soldier, so he's pretty tough, so gonna go with that one. Moving on to the Fire Nation. Question number 7 is Zuko, the best redemption arc or a redemption arc that you wish could have happened. Now, when I think of redemption arcs, Zuko is honestly the only character that I tell people about. His story is so perfect as far as redemption goes. He's just one of my all-time favorite characters, like, in all of pop culture and media in general. So I had a really hard time coming up with something. I really like Hannah's answer, where she wished that Draco Malfoy could have gotten a redemption story, and that probably would have been my answer as well. The only other person I can think of is Damon Salvatore from The Vampire Diaries. He kind of went through a redemption arc. I don't think it was as amazing as Zuko, but he's honestly the only other person that I could think of. So I guess I'm gonna go with Damon. Question 8 is Iroh, the wisest character. And I'm just gonna have to go with Dumbledore. I was trying really hard to avoid Harry Potter for this because Harry Potter is my answer for like all tag questions, but you can't really get wiser than Dumbledore, so Dumbledore it is. Question number 9, Azula, the best downfall. And this is hands down Adelina Amataru from the Young Elite series. I am just loving her story to pieces. It is just so great just watching her plummet into darkness, and it's just, I personally just really like that story because it's so different and you don't really see a villain story, and it's just, oh, she's going downhill fast, guys, and it's awesome. Moving on to our final nation, Air Nation. Question number 10 is Appa, your favorite fictional animal slash pet. I thought that I could come up with so many of these, and I literally scrolled through almost my entire Goodreads account, and I just could not come up with many. I am still trying to avoid Harry Potter, because I would obviously say Hedwig or Buckbeak. I really want a Buckbeak, that would be cool. But other than that, the only ones that came to mind is Chainsaw from the Raven Quartet, which is great. I mainly like her relationship with Ronan. She just kind of adds to Ronan's character, and I think that's why I like her. And the Black from the Black Stallion, because, I mean, he's a black stallion. I want him, and I want to ride him on a beach on a deserted island forever. So I guess those are my answers. Many answers, I guess. Question number 11 is Aang, our avatar, and he is the purest cinnamon roll. I just love that phrasing. That's the best phrase ever, by the way, Hannah. As far as the purest cinnamon roll can go, I went with Marcello from the Marcello in the Real World, and this is by Francisco X. Stork. This is a book that I read not too long ago, maybe like a year or two ago. And it's about a boy who has a really interesting form of high-functioning autism, and he pretty much decides that he no longer wants to be treated like an autistic child and wants to get a job and move into the real world. And it's kind of his family's and parents' decision to kind of segue him into like real adult life. But he just has such an innocent outlook on life, and it was very eye-opening and refreshing to read from his perspective. So in my mind, he is still the purest cinnamon roll. And question number 12, the final question, is the avatar state a stubborn character or a character who has a really hard time letting go? I'm gonna go like polar opposite here. I'm gonna go with a really stubborn character who just will not move on. I'm gonna say Count Olaf from the series of Unfortunate Events, because he just will not let the Baudelaires live their life. Like, he just has to have their fortune and just could not let them go. He just kept popping up, and he just needs to let go, man. So those are all of the questions, and I think this is phenomenal. I kind of want to start coming up with my own. I already suggested one to her for a follow-up if she can do a part 2 or a Legend of Korra tag. I will be all over those. So thank you so much, Hannah. I don't know who of you has watched Avatar. If any of you have, please do this tag. It's super, super fun. Or just comment down below and we can talk about Avatar, because it's one of my favorite all-time shows and I just need to like talk about it and stuff, you know. So that's gonna be it for me this video. I hope you guys are reading some amazing books, and I will see you guys next time.